How's it going, everybody? This is a quick video I wanted to make to kind of show people how I was able to improve my Ortur air assist. Like a lot of people, I'm not too thrilled with the performance of the stock version of the Ortur air assist. I find that I don't know, the design of it creates some kind of weird vortex underneath and it sucks the soot and smoke up onto that lens cover, and eventually it gets gunked up and your laser's trying to fire through that, and over time it'll end up cracking it. So I came up with this 3D printed solution that attaches to the module pretty easily with just some hot glue, and I'll show you guys here how I actually made this. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is some aluminum tubing. It's got an outer diameter of 1/8 of an inch. I found this on Amazon and I believe it was under $4. It was pretty cheap and way more than you're ever going to need. The next thing you're going to need is one of these push connect fittings, and I believe the threaded end is a 1/8 inch NPT. This one actually came with the Ortur. If you didn't use yours, you probably still have it. The next thing you're going to need is this 3D printed part that I made, and I'll put a link down below so that you can download that. And you're also going to need your module available so that you can attach this apparatus when you've got it constructed. It's going to replace this air inlet. This kind of shows you how it's going to go together here. You can see the hole there at the top where the air is going to come in. And what we're going to end up doing is screwing this quick connect into the top of this 3D printed part that I made. The hole on the top of this 3D printed part is not actually threaded. What I did was I just made the hole a really tight fit for the quick connect, and when you screw it in, it actually makes its own threads and ends up sealing pretty good. Now, for the aluminum tubing, you're going to have to line it up and put it together and kind of see how you're going to need to bend it so that it's in position to where you want it. You don't want it to be too low if you want to have any clearance. Like for me, I like to be able to put thin magnets on my, to hold down whatever I'm working on sometimes. And I like to have that little bit of clearance. You're also going to have to cut a little notch into that protective cover. The way I did it was I just drilled a couple of holes and then I connected those holes with a small saw and cut out that little notch just enough to fit that tubing. The hole for that tubing, I made that really tight. What I actually found worked really well was if I heated up the tubing first and then pushed it into the hole, it kind of, I don't know, melted it a little bit and made some clearance. And it also seals up really well. I didn't find any need to put anything on there like silicone or anything. And here's a quick test just to show you how good it blows through. It does a really good job. I was actually kind of impressed considering I didn't put any silicone on any of the joints at all. So if you push it together right and you have a good tight fits, it should be good. Okay, so the last step is just to put a little bit of hot glue on here and stick it to the side. You want to line it up right so that your aluminum tubing is going to go into the slot you've made, right? And you don't have a lot of time, so you got to get it set in there pretty quick. I found that the hot glue held just fine. I mean, you'd still be able to remove it at some point if you needed to, but at the same time, it's not going to come off of there. And here's what it looks like once it's all completed and you've got your module mounted back on the machine. Unfortunately, I can't show you it in action because, as I mentioned in my last video, my machine is currently broken at this time. But hopefully this video will help some of you guys out, and hope you have a good day, and until next time, take care.